Sup, everybody? How y'all doing? I don't think I have game sound on. There we go. Hope you're all doing well. We're gonna get things started nice and quick because a lot to do as always. So let's get into it, eh? And I know a little bit late tonight, a little bit late. It is only 12 minutes late though. It's not that bad, okay? Alright, it's probably a little bit bad, but I'm here. That's what matters. Ooh, I forgot to put cutoffs on the screen. Forgot to put the D on the screen. Where are my manners? Alright. Whoa. Tell the boss, set it over. Oh. Tell the boss, set it over a buck right away. Holy crap, there's 3 super chats? 3 immediate super chats? Taylor Boss sent over a buck. Christian Garcia sent over 2. AP Wave sent over a buck. And now Corey sending over a buck too. What in the hell is going on? The 2 were so close, so back to back between Taylor Boss and Christian Garcia that we got to give it to Christian. He sent over 2. It was only like a second apart or something like that. So Christian with the Hey You pair. Thank you, dude. But thank you, everybody. Holy moly, I don't know. There was so many. Tell the boss said aptitude for slaptitude, pretty much. Christian doesn't have any other message aside from the Hey You. AP Waves, no other message. I'm sorry, man. You were so close, yet so far. And Corey doesn't have another message either. Well, thank you, everybody. I do appreciate that, though. Let me go ahead and change this to auto before I forget. There we go. And let me get a tweet out, too. Oh, wait, here we do have a message from AP Wave saying, I got super lucky with Apocalypse Crystals BG, 6-star Apocalypse secured. Woohoo! All right, man. Well, congratulations. That's a humongous pull right there. Very nice. Do we got 5 from Maximus Savage too? Maximus, thank you, dude. Saying you're a throne breaker, man thing, ranker, non-quicker. Don't you? Oh man, don't you need a round with me? Wow. I'm pretty sure I probably sung that in all the wrong ways. But Maximus, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Mess around. Okay. I was wondering. I was like, that can't be right. But you know what? You know, it's one of those things where it's like, did I just not understand the lyrics of a song my entire life? So I read it as is. But okay, all right. Don't even mess around with me. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. All right. Well, that's all right, man. I botched the way it was supposed to be sung anyway. So, okay. Let me get a tweet out. I said I was gonna get a tweet out nice and quick, and we're now 3.5 minutes in. I don't have a tweet out. I also don't know what to say, so that's gonna be a problem. Dearest at Marvel Champions, we'll try to figure it out. Let me see. Ryan, how the hell are you? You're right. You do miss 100% of the shots you don't take. But enough Michael Scott quotes. Let's talk about how you're late and owe us a refund on our winter caps. Whoa. What's this refund stuff you're talking about? Whoa, Corey. Take it easy with the R word there, man. ABG, only 7 days left in Mutant Treasure Island. When are you going to stream? You know, I don't know. Probably Sunday. I really meant to do a daytime stream for that stuff. At least like half of it. You know, like today or yesterday. But it just didn't quite happen. So Sunday is probably it. Raided you, dingus? There was a raid and I missed it? Hashtag upside down bald cap Pelon is the raid message. Well, thank you for the raid. Bavaria 6 sent over a buck as well. Thank you, Bavaria, saying, ABG, who is a good sub for Doom and Torch in Abyss Easy Path? Sim Supreme is great for a Mystic substitute. I didn't use Sim Supreme myself, but a lot of people said Sim Supreme is great. And after going through there myself, I could see what they're talking about. There's a lot of fights where Sim Supreme would have been really good. So yeah, Sim Supreme and Void, I would say. Those champs would easily replace the Doom and Torch. So hopefully you got those two. If you don't have those two, well, there's probably other Mystic champions out there that wouldn't be too bad. I don't know so much about someone else other than Void. Void and Torch. Those two. There's probably others too. You're sure you don't need those specifically, but you know. Okay. You know, Mutant Treasure Island. Maybe we'll say something about that. Let's say Mutant. Did you guys know that Mutant Treasure Island was originally found by McFabio? It's no no coincidence that when McFabio went to retire on his own island, that suddenly a couple of months later the Mutant Island event begins. Long tweet. Holy Jesus. No. Leave. Okay, hold on. You guys know the Mutant Treasure Island was originally found by McFabio. It's no coincidence that when McFabio went to retire on his own island, that suddenly a couple of months later, the Mutant Island event begins. Tweet. Longest tweet of my life right there. Okay. Corey sending over another buck saying, you really should schedule your wrestling matches on different days. Can't stream Sunday since you're facing Stone Cold Steve Austin. Is it that day? Goodness. Well, you know, I'll make it quick. You know what I mean? The wrestling match. I'm not talking about the stream. The wrestling, that should only take me a matter of minutes, dude. Easy. What the fudgy wudgy? I wish the cat I never had loved me is up, right guy? What? What's up, Jadavine? Sarah from Supreme also sent over two. Thank you, dude, saying BG. She said hit the enter button. Jimmy. Oh, your name is Jimmy. Okay, cool, man. Thank you very much for the two. All right. Let me grab this free crystal. We gotta do a little bit of an energy dump here. Yeah, man, I'm not like, I feel like I have too much energy this month. It's been feeling like that the past few months. I don't know if you guys have noticed that yourselves, but I feel like I'm gonna finish the events with plenty of time left over and just have like too much energy. I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all. I'm just like relaxed about it. Maybe too relaxed. Like I feel like I'm in for a rude awakening when this changes, you know. So yeah, let me do this one fight real quick. I've already sent it over another bug. Thank you, dude. I'll have to check your message in just a minute. Let me be careful about this fight. I want to heal up my hype a little bit if possible. I'll get into Bait that out. Slowly do the 5-hit combo. Bait another special. Set that L3. Let's do it. Man, I thought today was day 5 of AQ. It's only day 4, huh? Like, I don't know if you guys do this. For those of you that use the extra modifiers, is that a universal thing? Like, no matter what map level you do, you could turn them on, right? I'm sure some people choose to leave them off. Anyway, if you do use the modifiers, maybe you do the same thing that I do, and you use that as a way to figure out like which day of AQ you're in. Cause I started up AQ and I was like, okay, this should be so saith Doom modifier, and when it wasn't, immediately was like, oh darn, it's only day 4. Rip. All right, come on, dude. Thank you. Almost. Wait for it. Got one more of these specials. Come on, bud. Yeah. Slow fight. But we're done. Okay. Bavaria, where you at? What about Clairvoyant? I've heard people have tried her, and it just wasn't the best time. Her damage output is not very high overall, and her special 2 does some decent damage, but it's a lot of hits to it. So yeah, someone in here might have that experience and might be able to comment further, but I don't think that she's that good of an option. Let me just tag my alliance mate real quick. Okay. All right. LOL, get wrecked. Sending over 10. Dude, thank you very much. Very generous of you, saying, should I awaken my 5-star Ghost or my 5-star Stark Spider-Man? Oof. I recommend Ghost between the two. If you are comfortable with Ghost's unique playstyle. Some people don't like Ghost's playstyle, and if you're one of those people, that's fine, man. You know, go with whatever champion you prefer. But I do think that Ghost is the more powerful of the 2 champions, and both of the champions can be played unawakened, so it's not like you're leaving, you know, one of them out to dry kind of thing. You could still play both champions unawakened, but you're going to be able to generate power much more quickly with Ghost, get those crazy specials off faster and all that. So yeah, I'd recommend Ghost with those 2. But like I said, also personal preference. Keep that in mind. Definitely keep that in mind. All right, Black Sapphire sending over to saying, touch me now, hashtag adult themes. But why? But why the adult themes, man? It's not necessary. You're nuts, dude. All right, let's go hit the arena. Forget about the what's it called for now? Forget about the regular energy dump. Like I said, I'm almost done with all the quests as it is. So screw it. 51% for a day stream, eh? Just say no, there will not be a day stream because I'll be too busy eating burritos and doing calisthenics with my pants off to get jacked. Wow. You think that's how I approach my day? Well, you're not that far off. Half of it's right, at least. The part about working out, not yet. Here's what I'm gonna do though. I've made it a goal that October 1st, I'm starting again, man. I'm gonna leave myself a few days where I'm not focused on and not too worried about it. I'm gonna get my life in order, and by that I mean organized, and have like a plan to put in place for exercising starting October 1st. And I'm just gonna try to go till the end of the year, and if it sticks beyond that, hopefully it does stick beyond that, and I just keep exercising for the rest of my life. But I'm gonna make it just a hard goal of, you know, it's only a few months, man. October, November, December, 3 months of my life, and I'm sure it would make a big difference. So I'm gonna try to do the pantsless exercising on starting October 1st. I'm gonna keep eating burritos though. Maybe a little bit less. GG, 25 minutes into the stream and you're finally in arena. It's only 16 minutes in. I was late, Cody. I don't know if that's a good thing for me to be bragging about or not, but then you wanted to get a bit stud. Oh, JK, just sassing ya. Yeah. Well, that's all right. My unit gain, it took a little bit of a hit this past week, but it's okay. We're gonna get it back on track too. Unit gain overall has been fine, so I'll be entering the abyss soon enough. And I think I'm gonna rank up Gulk to get past 6.2.2 Sinister. Good idea, bad idea? Well, Gulk alone is not going to get you through that Sinister. I just hope you know that. If you have the synergy, sure, that's fine. Gladiator Hulk is a champion that is always going to have some use in this game. So, yeah. Workout live streams, BG? Nah. That ain't happening. Just some regular workout stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like every time we talk about the workout stuff, it doesn't actually happen, maybe. So maybe we shouldn't even talk about it, but it's gonna be relatively simple stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna start out with some exercise on the bike back there as a warm up, and then you know, lift some weights, stuff like that. I'm not gonna go too hard with it. I'm thinking like the goal should be like an hour a day, which that might sound like a lot to me. to me it sounds like a lot because I'm doing 0 hours a day right now, so that's a lot. But yeah, I'm thinking like 30 minutes of that will just be like pretty light on the bike, and then only like 30 minutes of actual working out. Rody Stark set it over 5. Thank you, dude. Saying hello, BG. How's it going? Is 5-star rogue worth 565? In my opinion, no, she is not. If you had a specific use for her, you know, if you can justify it by saying that you need her for a certain piece of content, then sure. Or if she's just one of your favorite Marvel characters or something like that, go for it. But in my opinion, she's not really worth it. She does have some decent synergies, and I could maybe see an argument. I'm like trying to figure out where I would even find that fight, or find that reason to rank her up. She does have some decent synergies. Maybe she could be used as an AQ champion. Maybe alongside like Cap Sparkle or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of a stretch. I wouldn't really recommend it, to be honest. But hey, if anyone out there does use Rogue, say where you use her. I'm not talking about past use either. I'm talking about currently, because I know people did use her in like Alliance Quest and stuff like that previously and all that. But I feel like that was a long time ago. Gee, what's your favorite genre of music? Metal. Big fan of the metal musics. Our day is easily manageable. Yeah, I know. It's really not that bad. But I don't like it, man. I hate exercise. So it's gonna be a struggle for me. But hopefully I get used to it. How much is 13 million in numbers? In numbers? Oh boy. In numbers. I would say roughly, I can't give you an exact amount. 13 million in numbers. Yeah, I'd ballpark it somewhere between 12 and 14 million. Just wondering what you think is the minimal amount of champion rank and star needed to complete an initial run of the variants. There is no real minimum. You know, it's doable with 4-star champions at rank 4. That's like from experience. It might be doable lower than that even, if you pull the right champions and are willing to sit there long enough to go through it. Like, I could imagine a ghost, like a 3-star ghost can probably handle variant 3 or something like that, you know, or 3-star Stark Spidey if you have the stunlock synergies. Maybe the bosses would be rough. You'd need something else for the bosses or something like that, but I don't know. There's no minimum. Recommended though, I would say recommended is probably 455 champions. And maybe if you needed to use a 4-star champion for you know, some specific fights, like Gambit to stunlock in Special 1, or Void if there's a reverse healing situation, or you know, Cap Beardo for the same reason, things like that. You can for certain fights you can have some lower champions, especially if it's just utility based. But for the average fight inside of the variants, I'd say we're looking at rank 4 5-star champions or higher. Ideally you have even higher than that, but yeah, I'd say that's a great place to start at. You don't need a team of like maxed out 5 stars to have an all right time in there, but rank 4 is recommended. Karowi is sending over 10 saying, what do you call a fish with no eye? Fish. Really? It's just FSH because of the no eye. Boo. Boo, man. Boo. Actually, yes, shrimp is rich with vitamins and antioxidants. Where did this shrimp comment come from? With good health benefits, although eating 25 in 12 minutes might not be too good. Either way, I don't blame you. Shrimp is delicious. Is somebody out here just eating a lot of shrimp? Where'd the original shrimp comment come from? I didn't see it. Oh, it's Demiak. What's up, Demiak? Would you all consider shrimp to be healthy? If so, how much is too much shrimp? 25 in 12 minutes is probably too much, right? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a seafood person, so I don't even know how much that is, to be honest. Like, I've seen those shrimp trays and stuff. I've had exactly one shrimp in my entire life from an Applebee's. God, just thinking about it, I haven't been to Applebee's in like, I don't know, 12 years or something like that. But anyway, we're at an Applebee's, and I want to try new things, you know what I mean? I was always so set in my ways, eating the exact same foods over and over. And Laura got some sort of shrimp pasta dish, and I was like, let me try one of them shrimps. I tried it. I didn't really like it, and that was the last time I ever ate a shrimp. Buckeye fans sending over a buck. Thank you very much, dude. Where are you at? Who's the best champ slash combo of champs for 6.2.2 Sinister? All right, so you need a Fury. You technically don't need a Fury. It's you know, people have done it with Quake, and they just sat there for like 20 minutes without having a Heimdall synergy or something like that. But anyway, ideally you want to have a Fury buff. And you also want to be immune to poison because it's caustic temper. So you want to have a Fury on yourself and be immune to poison. There's a few cosmic champions that are pretty good at this. Cat Marvel is capable of soloing the fight. Hyperion is good for it, but I don't think it's possible to solo the fight with Hyperion unless you got absurdly lucky with like stun locks or something like that. I don't know. Medusa is kind of in the similar boat. Hyperion and Medusa, they could both knock off, you know, upwards of 50% of the opponent's health, maybe a bit more if you got really lucky, but tough for them to solo it. Then you can bring in a lot of other poison immune champions if you have the Heimdall synergy. Heimdall plus, is it Angela and Hela? I think those are the two on that one. I can't remember. But, you know, Heimdall plus whoever, where you hold back and you gain that Fury. So pretty much any poison immune champion with that synergy will do. You know, or Quake. Then you have Ghost, who can solo the fight if you just build to your special 3. The Hood synergy is necessary because you're going to be taking damage from the, what's it called? EMP mod, where he puts a shock on you. But it's a shock passive, so you can't just dash back to get rid of it. But basically what you do is, you know, you just build up your power like crazy and unleash some level 3 specials. You could use some power back boost to help out and all that. But Ghost is capable of soloing the fight. There's a synergy with Warlock, where Warlock with another robot will allow you to have a Fury as well. So similar to Heimdall, you can bring in just other poison immune champs and you know, do it that way. Am I leaving anybody out? Those are the generally used champions. I might be forgetting 1 or 2 options, but those are the ones that usually get used. So hopefully you got one of those options. It is one of the more difficult fights on your way, on your journey through Act 6, for sure. Yeah, man, thank you for the buck. Hope that helps. Simon sent an over buck as well, saying, hey, BG, bought 4 more calves and got 5-star Hyperion and Aegon. Nice, dude. Unfortunately, I already have them. Oh, okay. Aegon is max sig. Feels like wasted luck. Shame I can't give it to you. Also, how did the mathematician cure his constipation? He worked it out with a pencil. Oh. My goodness. That's an image that I did not want to imagine. Double boo, man. Boo. Boo. Hasama Mama sent it over 10. Hasama Mama, thank you very much. Saying BG going for first Labyrinth run tomorrow with max 5-star Ghost with full synergies and max suicide / recoil. All right, sounds good. Good luck to you. Potion / unit farming right now. Any tips on masteries or otherwise? PS, Long Island bagels are still better, thanks. Wow. Wow. The lies being told to you all. All right, any tips though? So masteries, you don't need willpower. You don't need anything really in the defensive tree, that I could think of at least. So yeah, you can go pretty much all out offense. You also don't need the precision masteries because they're going to be useless to you. So I don't even know if you feel like messing around with your masteries and changing them this much, or if you just kind of feel like going in there with a relatively standard setup. But yeah, you can use those extra points to get things like you know, greater strength maxed out, maxing out assassin, maxing out every offensive mastery that she can actually benefit from. So of course you would not need you know, like deep wounds, but most other things you'd be able to stack up. Even the fury talents, right? Even those, if well, depending on the strategy you're using. I don't know if you like doing the heavy attack stuff, but would be an option. But yeah, man, you don't really need anything too special. So if you have enough like farmed up resources, it might even be better to just not change your masteries, because that might be the most expensive part of the run. Depending on how comfortable you are in that content and how many revives you have saved up, you know, because it could be a totally free run. But yeah, it also might be more enjoyable just to have the craziest damage possible. So kind of up to you how you want to approach it, but that's my tip, at least. That's my advice. Pete might have had I know Pete has gone into Labyrinth after maxing out his ghosts and all that. I think he's done it a few times, so you might be able to find it on his live streams on his channel, where he did races. I don't know if he went over his masteries in those videos, but I imagine that he did. I imagine he got some questions and probably flipped to the mastery page at some point. But yeah, man, that's what I would do. Check out the Ghost Whisperer himself, Panda Man of the Pete. Daniel Neller sending over a £1. Thank you very much. Slian, where are you at? Hold up. Hold up. Okay, here we go. I've got 50k 5-star shards. When planning on opening 6 skill and mutant tomorrow after getting the 10k from the calendar. All right, man. Well, good luck to you, dude. I hope you get someone good. Give us an update if you get. Actually, I mean, which champ are you going for? Are you also on the hunt for Aegon? If so, man, I hope you get him. Keep us updated. Yeah, man, thank you very much for the buck. Appreciate it. Or the £1, excuse me. Right, one time I witnessed a rare anomaly in Fabric of Space and Time. I ordered a box of bagels for work, and one of the bagels was a perfect square. A square bagel, Brian. How does this happen? Well, you see, some people have different interests, and that bagel was just a big old nerd. Get it? Square. Ooh, myself. Terrible. Awful joke. I don't know, man. It was in a square package, I guess. or not package, but you know what I mean. Like, it was up against other things where it could not expand into a circle. The crazy thing, the real crazy square food. You ever seen those square watermelon? What the hell is that all about, man? Watermelon ain't supposed to be square. But I want one. Orange juice tonight. Well, the new solo updates. It has become even more pointless doing extra labyrinth runs for the 6 stones. Oh, yeah. It was already a waste. I mean, if you could do an itemless run in, say, 90 minutes, just isn't worth it. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't worth the energy cost. previously. Because you would have to pop an energy refill, a 30 unit value, and even if you had just extra energy at the end of the month, it still was not worth it, because in an hour, that's about as fast as you can do a path. You can do a path in Labyrinth in approximately an hour if you're going very quickly, or at least that's what we've seen in the past, right? That's like the approaching the world record speed is about an hour. And even then, if you spent that hour in the arena, you'd be able to get enough units that it would be more beneficial just to spend that time in the arena compared to Labyrinth. When Labyrinth was new, and I considered 6 stones to have a much higher value to them, I did want to run through Labyrinth and farm 6 stones that way. It was a painful process, and I only did it like 3 times ever or something like that. You know, go back and do an extra path, but it was something I thought was gonna work out better when it was like the only thing that we had. Back then I considered 6 stones to have like a 75 unit value or something like that, man. Whereas today I consider them to have a well, before the solo events got updated, I consider them to have like a 20 unit value, and now I'd say even less. All right, MCOC invalid, send it over. Buck, thank you, dude. I don't see a message from you. Is this thing again where it's not showing the messages from you for some unknown reason? I will keep an eye on Twitter if you want to send it over that way, because I got nothing from you. All the way in the beginning? Well, it's gone now, dude. It only keeps track of a certain number of messages before it doesn't allow me to scroll back that far. So you're gonna have to put it in the chat again. Whoa, I made it. What's up, BG? What's going on, man? I got 5-star Ronin. Please tell about him. Ronin with an I, eh? Jeez, that sounded weird. Ronin with an I, huh? That's what I meant to say, or it's what I meant by it. Anyway, Ronin, the skill Ronin, he's just an okay champ. He's not terrible, but he's not great. Damage output wise, I wish he was a bit stronger, because he doesn't really have much for utility. He looks super cool. He's got some sweet animations. That's about it. He's just kind of a standard, very, very average champion. In my opinion, kind of bland as a result, because there's, I don't know, just not too special. Some people like him better than I'm describing here. So, you know, if you wanted to try him out and see if you like the character, go for it. But if you're just looking for some advice on if you should pump resources into him or not, here's my advice on that. If he's like one of your first few champions, yeah, rank him up a little bit. Like I said, he's not bad. He's just average. And he's like new age average too, I should say, just to clarify. Because there's, you know, like average for if we include every single champion in that list, and he might look a little bit above average. Including all of the old, really old champions that, you know, are kind of outdated and need updates and all that. But for today's level of champions, he's just very average. So, you know, you could invest some resources if he's one of your first few champions of a certain star rarity. But you don't want to go too overboard in the champ, in my opinion. What do people use for the Cav difficulty magic, by the way? What's up, Star? I used Omega Red. Yeah, Blade, Archangel. Yeah, these champs also work. I don't know. Are we forgetting other options? Those are definitely big ones. Oh, Quake. Yeah, of course, Quake. Could probably do it with Ghost and Hood synergy. Yeah, I don't know. Usually, where do you put Elsa on a tier list? I don't really do the whole tier list thing. She seems like a decently powerful champion. Hits pretty hard. Utility wise, I'm not sure how much she really has. The way I would describe her in like one sentence would be like this. Elsa is a decently powerful champion that can easily be replaced. And yeah. And what I mean by that is, you know, I'm not saying she's bad. I'm just saying for the type of content that, like, I don't know, when using, or just getting through any content, if you can use her for a particular fight, well, you could probably use some other champions that may also be able to help you in more ways than the way that she's helping, kind of thing. I should also clarify that I don't have a ton of personal experience with Elsa. Very limited, in fact. So my kind of general thinking about Elsa may not be 100% accurate. But I see her as a decent champion that could easily be replaced. All right, hold on. MCOC invalid. Did you type it out again? Okay, here we go. BG, just want to say thanks for the tip on the Masteries last week, and just added willpower, even though it costs 1k units. It's so worth it. Hell yeah, dude. It really is, man. It's one of the best investments you can make in this game. Willpower is so strong. It saved me on so many occasions. It pays for itself many, 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 many times over in this game. Just keeping you alive, making it so you don't need to use as many potions and all that. So, it's awesome that you got it unlocked now, dude. Good stuff. What's a better option to get 4 and up shards? Quests or the back issues? Well, back issues, I think back issues are more about like catalysts or rank up gems, which are essentially just a package of catalysts. There's some shards in there too, but I wouldn't be specifically looking at the back issues for shards. But yeah, shards, they come from all over in this game. It's you know, it's like the most common reward to get from quests. You just have to do quests on like a high enough level to get the shards that you're looking for. So, you know, of course, if you're going through quests right now and you're getting mostly like 3-star shards, premium hero crystals, things like that, you just got to build up your roster, build up your skills so that you can handle quests on a higher difficulty to get the 4-star shards. Same thing for the 5 and 6 stars. You eventually get there, but they come from event quests, story quests, the incursions, alliance war. The arena is a really good source of shards, especially when considering opening up premium hero crystals and duplicating champions and getting additional shards that way as well. They really come from all over. Alliance quest is the one area of the game that you're not really going to get much for shards. There's an event that technically will give you some shards, but it's really not many. EG, what is the best map in your opinion for farming revives? I don't know. I don't really do the revive farming thing myself. I get them from time to time when I just, you know, randomly stumble across one in, you know, like the monthly event quest type of thing. And before I go into the abyss again, I'll probably do a pass through all the quests just to see what I can find. But I don't like just repeatedly farming the same quest over and over again. It's very time consuming. I'm not saying it's totally bad. Like, you can get a lot of revives that way, of course. But I feel like I get pretty much all the revives I need just by kind of slowly managing them through the extra events in this game, through Marvel Insider, through just not claiming them and giving myself extra time in the overflow, things like that. That's how I get my revives. And then I usually spend my time in the arena, and if I have to buy some revives, well, so be it. But the arena, it also gives me the gold that I need to rank up my champions and participate in map 7. Gives me the ISO that I need to rank up the champions. If you look at it from like a direct comparison between units and revives, revive farming looks really, really good. But if you compare it to like the rest of the stuff that you get from the arena, yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Now, that said, if I had additional time beyond getting all the milestones and stuff like that, if I was really just hardcore on the grind, then yeah, you can do both. But I don't. Usually, you just got my, or just rank 3, my 6-star long shot. Nice, man. That's a cool rank 3. Awesome, dude. With the new 22-hour events, you can slowly farm revives. I mean, the revives always existed from the 22-hour events. That was always like the best source of revives, pretty much. BGA opened 1 crystal and got 6-star Professor X. You think he is best used on offense or defense? I don't know. I don't know if we've found a really good node for him defensively yet. I'm sure one exists, but I didn't have trouble. I don't know. I don't know if I consider him to be a strong defender. Actually, yeah, maybe you guys know. Have you guys faced Professor X yet in the off season and found him on a node that you're just like, oh god, this is a nightmare? I'm not sure if we've come across that in our off-season wars just yet. Because I don't know, I didn't have too hard of a time fighting him in the monthly event quest, so I'm not really too afraid of fighting him in war yet. I'm not sure where Professor X he best fits in terms of Alliance War. Professor X on defense, 10 seconds without falter. I bet you I could get to Special 2 with Ghost twice in 2 seconds. That sounds about right, Mike. Alright, Buckeye fans sending over another buck. Thank you, dude. Saying, BG, I have a Tech Tier 5 class Catalyst. My best 6s are Mysterio or Darkhawk, both unduped. I won't have another Tier 5 class Catalyst for another 4 to 5 months. Do you think it's worth ranking up a bad champion for the new title? Thanks. No, I don't. I would say just wait, man. Well, wait with the kind of the one little disclaimer that I would say. It might be worth making a sacrifice depending on if Cyber Monday gets updated for it or not. You know what I mean? Like, if the Cyber Monday offers are just insane bananas for Throne Breakers, I'm not even so sure they're gonna get updated. They might, but I really was thinking it was gonna be next time, but we'll see. But anyway. Yeah, I would wait. I would definitely wait for right now. You don't need those rewards on October 1st. That said, the other little disclaimer that I'll add to that. Oh, let me pull up the Thronebreaker page real quick. All right, let me see. So the benefits are new daily crystal, new 4-hour crystal, discounted Cavalier crystals, new Cavalier shard calendar, right? We don't know the details of the new free crystals. And what if they're just insane, man? I doubt it, because it's just some freebies that you get. They're not going to be like, hey, here's a chance to pull a fully formed tier 5 class catalyst or something. But it could be worth evaluating once we kind of have some data on what's inside those crystals. But yeah, I think that's kind of the only way. Or if you're the type that just likes to buy tons and tons of Cavalier crystals, but honestly, if you're the type that likes to buy tons and tons of Cavalier crystals, where it would make sense to go for this discount, well, then you probably have other options to rank up anyway, so that you probably do not fall in that category. So yeah, the benefits, they're not, I don't think they're going to be game-changing enough to warrant ranking up a bad champion, you know? Or not bad champions, because those aren't bad champions, but I don't think they're worth rank 3ing. So MCOC and Val sending over a bug. So yeah, BGM planning to go into Labyrinth with 5-star rank 4 Aegon, Proxima, Ghost, and Wasp, and not sure about the 5th. Any thoughts or tips? All duped, and Aegon at Sig 120. Okay, you're going in with kind of a double team here, huh? I don't know if you even need to bring in Ghost and Wasp. So I don't know, man. My advice might be just to cut those 2 champions. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody please, you know, weigh in on this if you think no, it's good to leave them all together. But usually when people bring Aegon into Labyrinth, dude, they're just using Aegon for every single fight, and just, you know, putting some additional synergy support in there for him. You know, Heimdall, of course, is like the first champion that comes to mind, which you could still have Heimdall even bringing in those 4 champions, but you know, just finding other ways to boost Aegon up. If you're running suicides, what people have done is they use the Nick Fury synergy to shrug off one of the suicides at the start of the fight, and whoops, whatever. And you know, you get some free healing in that way, even though you're gonna shrug the debuffs. When you hit, you'll still gain some health at the start, which is nice. Some people like to have, you know, Quake in there as well. Since they're bringing Nick Fury, they can have the miss part of the synergy too, and or evade or whatever. All my messages are invisible. Well, that one isn't. But yeah, that's, I don't know, that's kind of what I recommend. Honestly, I don't think I would go in there with Ghost. I think I would just build the entire team around Aegon. But yeah, again, somebody let me know if that's a mistake, because I don't have Aegon, I don't have Ghost, so just kind of going off of what I've seen, and think is the best for others. Is that J-Dam in here? What's up, dude? You could always use a 4-star Star-Lord with a perfect block team. Wow, it's true. Twitter Brian Peach, sure, give me 1 sec. We also had 5 from Musical Beast, Music and Gaming. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Saying, hey BG, I have 5-star Hyperion and AA both unawakened, and I don't have any good Science 5-star. Should I go for a dual class or a for a dupe or Science? Wait, hold on. Okay, so 5-star Hyperion and AA both unawakened. You don't have any good Science 5-stars. Okay, so basically any of the 3 class types you're kind of trying to decide between, right? I think it might be worth starting with the science crystals. And don't be too picky. Just get like, you know, one pretty good science champion and then move on. You should be able to get that fairly quickly is why I recommend that. And then, you know, you can go back and try to dupe one of these other champions that you're interested in awakening and things like that. So yeah, man, I'd probably start with the science. I don't think it matters a ton if you just didn't even want to go for the science one. Because there's nothing in this game telling you that, hey man, you have to have a science champion. But it would be nice. There are of course situations where it makes sense to bring, you know, what some of the science champions bring to the table. Even just having class advantage in some situations, like in Act 5 against Flare or something like that. Having, you know, class advantage there is nice. So you're taking less degen. Little things like that. So yeah, I probably would recommend going with science first. And then when you get a decent one, when you get one that you're satisfied with and you could rank up, hit up a different dual class. With you, thank you very much for the 5. Pete, what the hell is this? I'd watch this anime. Okay. Let's keep the grind going.
Man, love
I don't even know what to say about that. Oh, man. Banana Senpai. The collector of beans sending over a buck saying, Beaver, how the Halloween are you? Christmas. Dude, it is almost Halloween and Christmas. So tomorrow, I'm doing my final Abyss run. Dude, the final one. Are you coming? And why the hell not? Just kidding. Wish me luck on my Cosmic Nexus. Also, Happy New Year, birthday Pelon, Harry, Bananator. Well, dude, good luck, man. What Cosmic are you going for? I can guess one of a few champions. One being Cap Sparkles, the other being Corvus. And if you're a crazy man going for that top prestige, the Surfer of the silver variety. But yeah, I'm curious who you're going for. But yeah, I probably won't be around tomorrow at all, so if you've been talking to Laura, you probably know why. So I'm unfortunately probably gonna miss that. I want Cap Marvel or Corvus. Okay, all right, I figured it's one of those two champs. They're so strong. Tom sending over 2 of them New Zealand bucks. Tom, thank you very much. Saying last 2 por favor. Okay. Tom. There's 1. And a 2. All right, Brian Ruth Grant. Freddie Mercury, Bruno Mars, and Venus Williams all walk into a bar at the same time. But they didn't even plan it. What the hell is this, man? Tom, what the boo, dude? Terrible. After I read this next comment, go take a lap. Didn't even plan it. Brian, I opened a 5-star today and was 1 off Corvus. Rip. But I did pull a magic. That's not bad. It's a good rank for her unawakened when I have 0 good mystic champs. Oh boy. That's tough, man. You know, I was gonna say you might not even want to rank her up unless she's awakened. But then you said you have 0 good Mystic champs, and that's what's making this tough. Let's start with how important her awakened ability is. It's not absolutely necessary. As a matter of fact, at one point in time in this game, I was in the camp saying, she doesn't need to be awakened. You could still, you can still power lock the opponents and things like that, which is still true. But her awakened ability is so damn good. And over the course of many Alliance War seasons where I've watched her awakened ability single-handedly save her life and win wars for being awakened, her awakened ability is actually really huge. Not only for the survivability factor, but also to add additional damage, which her damage output is not the highest. It's not that bad either, but it's certainly not the highest. You're able to at least keep the uptime on your hits a little bit more than the average champ, since you don't have to spend time baiting out specials, so that helps a bit. But yeah, I don't know, man. Do you have a need for a good Mystic champion right now? I would probably do this. I'd probably leave her like 2 ranks below your max, or I would probably take her to rank 3, regardless of. I'm giving like some generalized advice, regardless of. For anyone out there that might be in a similar boat with Magic, what I would personally do is I would leave her at rank 3, whether you're working with rank 4 or rank 5 stars, and then if you needed to rank her up to get through a monthly event quest where you just gotta shut down the opponent's power, or you're doing some other content where you just absolutely need to lock down the opponent's power, then I think it's fine to continue ranking her up. But I would only do it then. You know what I mean? Is not the type of champion that I would recommend just dumping an infinite amount of resources into unawakened these days. Again, I'll say it again, man. She can be played unawakened. Magic can be played unawakened, but there's so many other really good champions these days that yeah, I would probably favor ranking up other champions over Magic, unless you just needed that ability to lock down the opponent's power, or unless you awaken her. Of course, if you awaken her, then fair game, man. Pump more resources into Magic. She'll always be a useful champion, but she just gains a lot out of that awaken ability. So that's kind of my advice on that one. Hollow Skeleton sending over a buck. Thank you, dude. Saying, hey BG, 2 questions. Does Namor need his dupe? I can use suicides but prefer not to. And 2, is he good for Labyrinth? Well, this is almost like 3 questions here. Let's start with the good for Labyrinth part. No, I had a miserable experience using him in Labyrinth. I don't think he's a good Labyrinth champion. Even just the little bit of a chance for them to evade when you're trying to kind of get your next special 3 going and stuff, and you have to watch so many special 3s. It was a very unenjoyable. It was the least enjoyable run I've ever had in Labyrinth, I think. Like, he can do it. I got through it, I think. Well, did I stop? I might have stopped short even. I'm not even sure if I got through it. But no, he's not a Labyrinth champion. There's plenty of better options out there. Just use a different option. Okay. As for the other 2 questions you have here, does he need his dupe? For the most part, yes. That's the reason why people rank up Namor, is because he can stop any kind of incoming damage when you're attacking the opponent, which makes him really good against Thorn style nodes. Even if you have like a damaging debuff on yourself at the start of the fight, as long as you're aggressive and you could be attacking for the most part, you can prevent a lot of that damage. If you couldn't fit like another immunity champion on the team, you can counter. There's like this one node where you get what's it called? The Yellow Jackets sting on you. I can't remember the name of it. but you guys know what I'm talking about, where if you use a special, you take damage. He can play around that. He can play around some other difficult nodes as well when awakened. What he can do unawakened is still an explosive amount of damage, and technically he can still be used for things like countering buffet, where it's annoying because if you have like a consistent amount of damage over time, the opponent's going to heal a lot of that up over time, but because he's so explosive, you can literally just build to a special 3 twice in a row and then launch into your crazy special combos. And I was killing buffet nodes in Act 6, Chapter 2 at least, with Namor. And you know, like I said, Namor, there was no other real benefit to him. It's just that explosive damage output. So if you just don't have any other mutants to use, you can still rank them up and use them unawakened. But most people, if they have the luxury of having some other powerful champs in the roster, most people only turn to Namor for his awaken ability. So he's fairly dependent on it. It's similar to like Archangel, where yeah, Archangel can still do a ton of damage. You're still gonna kill Winter Soldier in the same number of hits whether Archangel's awakened or not. But most people use Archangel for Archangel's ability to shut down healing and abilities and things like that, you know. And then the third question, which is not a question, but you commented about suicides. Namor can be played with any kind of mastery setup. Suicides, no suicides, it doesn't matter. He's good with both. So I wouldn't factor that into your decision about Namor, but the awaken ability thing is pretty big. You really want him to be awakened. All right, the collector of beans signing over another buck here, saying, Pelon, I heard you love jokes. You heard wrong. I don't know who gave you this information, but I want to have a chat with them. Tom, was it you? All right, anyway. So a bear and a deer are the bar. Is that supposed to be at the bar? A bear and a deer are the bar. After a few drinks, things got heated, so the deer wanted to fight the bear. The deer said, come on, I'll fight you with my bare hands. The bear replied, oh dear. Oh dear is right. Ugh, just awful. You're welcome, Pelon. Boo, dude, come on. Boo. Terrible. Take a lap. I've always wondered why there's so many stories about vampires in Europe, but never in Africa. But then it hit me, vampires are killed by holy water, and they bless the rains down in Africa. Wow. Boo. Why the jokes, guys? ABG, getting a 5-star tomorrow. Is it worth it to get those dual crystals? Yeah, it's worth it to get the dual crystals. I'll say this though, if you don't have too many 5-star champions yet, you could just get a regular crystal, you know, if this is one of your first few 5-stars. There's no downside to popping open a dual class crystal, since, you know, it's the same price, and the, you know, gives you a little bit of a narrowed scope of the champions that you could pull from it. But it's also a bit confusing to figure out like which is the best champion to get if you're kind of just starting out with your 5-star roster, and probably not worth the amount of thought that would go into it, since you still need so many champions. You could just pop open a regular one. Save the dual class crystals for one of two things. Either one, you've developed a pretty sizable 5-star roster, and you just happen to be lacking on a particular class type or something like that. By sizable, it doesn't need to be huge, but maybe upwards of like 15 or something, you know? And then the other reason would be if you specifically wanted to target a variant difficulty, if you're at that point in the game, and you know, let's say you wanted to target variant 3, well then of course you'd pop open the tech crystal. Or you're looking to tackle variant 1, maybe you finished up the rest of the variants and you're on to the oldest variant in the book there. You'd you know, target it based on the chapters. Same thing for variant 5. PG, when should I try to take on the epic monthly events? By the way, I'm on Act 4. Max power is 15k. The epic monthly event, huh? I don't know what it's equivalent to quest-wise. You should probably just try it though, man. I would, I mean, if you're, I think you got to feel it out. If you're already doing like the one difficulty lower and you're feeling pretty comfortable with it, then I'd say just try it, man. Give it a shot. I don't think you have to do too much in these quests, right? So may be able to get through it. What do you get with a Joe Fixit and a Diablo? Trash. Is that? I couldn't even tell if that's a joke. How dare you talk about my boy Joe Fixit like that? Diablo. Oh yeah, that dude's trash. But Joe Fixit, he's just been done wrong. It's not his fault, man. He's got the abilities. Kabam just... They messed up the numbers. His numbers are just too low, man. Sidonian sending over £5. Sidonian, thank you, dude. Saying, beat the Grandmaster on release week, but not even halfway to any tier 5 class catalyst. Bam letting me down with Thronebreaker. Bummer, dude. The reward, I mean, do you have the chance to do the Abyss? Because you could potentially get a class catalyst that you need there without a ton of I say without a ton of effort, but obviously it's still a pretty good amount of effort. It's the freaking Abyss. But you know, it's manageable if you have the right champs. But yeah, dude, it's definitely gonna require a bit more work getting through some more content before we get the Thronebreaker. It's not the hugest deal to not get it right away. Just keep that in mind. So if you're bummed out that you're not gonna have Thronebreaker right off the bat, it's not that big of a deal. You just you know, do your best to go after some tier 5 class catalyst stuff, and over time you'll get it, probably before the big rewards come in for it, you know. Yeah, I do, but if you recall, I quit out halfway by mistake. Oh yeah, saving units again. Okay, got it. What's up, KT? Breaking news: BG said Abyss is not a lot of effort to do. Yeah, of course, it's easy. That's why I've done it all right now already. All you gotta do is pull Aegon. Step 1 is Aegon. Step 2 is do the Abyss. I'm still on step 1, but I mean, if there's only 2 steps, dude, I'm like halfway there or something. I don't think the math works out like that, but you know. What's up, Hobbit? How you doing, man? Hobbit, you filthy sex symbol, you. Wow. Hey BG, in 6.2.5, the Mordo boss, what team would you recommend? Because you basically need to one-shot that Mordo. Why? You don't need to one-shot that Mordo. Are you saying because of the node where, you know, you're the strength in numbers? I mean, that part does suck. You'd have to essentially revive the champion you're using. I mean, There are some champions that do okay, even if they're not the first champ you use in there. I've had some runs where I've still knocked off a good, 20% on my like second or third champion or something. But anyway, you don't need an exact one shot. You will just likely have to pay the revive tax. But there's some good options. I used Void every single time going through that fight. I know the new Red Guardian can do it. I think Doom is a good option if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I looked at that fight. I'm like trying to go back in time and remember who other people were using. I believe people use Ghost for that fight. I can't remember if they use Quake, but I mean, Quake is used for so many things. So I imagine that Quake was also useful there. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know the entire list of options just because it's been a while. I want to do just a little quick YouTube search on that one or something. Oh, here we go. We've got some input from Karate Mike here saying Red Guardian, Doom, Ghost, and Quake are my faves for that Mordo. Okay. Congrats on your Aegon, by the way, BG. Thanks, KT. You talking about my 3-star Aegon that I pulled to grab some ISO? Thanks, man. The Abyss will be going down for sure now. BG, what do you think I should do? I have 2016 Cosmic 3-4 gem. Okay, I'm listening. Should I give it to Venom instead of waiting for hype? Or should I keep it until finishing the first 2 variants? Dude, Venom's an amazing champion. Slap that sucker into Venom and call it a day. Don't think about it again. He is definitely worth it, man. You'll always have a use for Venom in this game, just because of his ability to counter the Spider-Verse champions. Not to mention, he also gains enough buffs to handle things like buffed up, while being able to eat buffs off of the opponent. I mean, the dude, he's just powerful. He can handle a ton of situations. So, GG, what would you say are the top 5 skill champs to use? And is that Awakening gem on? With a very low amount of stones, 40-ish. Okay. Well, to be honest, I don't even know if there's 5 champions worth Awakening of the skill class. I hate the skill class, to be honest, dude. I think it's my least enjoyable class, and I'm not just saying that because I'm bitter about Aegon. Maybe a little bit. But of course, Aegon is Aegon's near the top of the list. Like the 2 big skill champions are Aegon and Nick Fury. Whatever order you want to put them in, it really depends on what your goals are in this game, what you're doing. But those are the 2. Blade is still worth Awakening, especially depending on where you're at. I would say Blade is actually more valuable than most champions if you're in, like, pre-Act 6. He's not a bad champion in Act 6 even, but I'm just saying, like, he crushes Act 5, and he'll do it while being able to heal and keep you alive. Whereas even someone like, like Nick Fury, he's not going to be able to heal, and in the right hands you could still get through entire quests with him, but you just don't have that like as big of a safety net to fall back on to be able to heal yourself back up to 70% each and every fight. Like, that is such a powerful ability, and there was a reason why everyone saved for Blade. There's a reason why Blade was like the king of the contest at one point in time. He just was very easy for things like that. But then, yeah, once you kind of graduate to Cavalier level stuff, Nick Fury and Aegon, they certainly take over. If Prestige is something you're after, you could throw Fraggle Rock into the mix, but I don't recommend anyone really focusing on 5-star Prestige anymore. And the only reason I say that is you really should rank up your 5-star champions to get through content. Prestige should only be a thing that you are concerned about after you've beaten like almost every single piece of content in the entire game. You know, are there others that I'm forgetting? I don't even know if others are worth awakening. That might be it. Let's look at the skill class for a second here. No. Well, okay, some of this is opinion based, but some people might want to awaken some other champs. Hitmonkey's interesting. I actually don't know enough about Hitmonkey to comment on him. He might be worth it. Stealth Spidey, I suppose, depending on how much you're using him, could be worth it as well. So, yeah. He wouldn't be my first choice. He just gains some damage from it, but if you're using him a lot, then yeah, he'd be worth it. Especially if you use him in Alliance War, to get you through the fights a little bit faster, lowers your risk of death, and could win wars. Then yeah, he'd be worth it. All right, Hobbit sending over to Hobbit. What's up, man? BG, mind if I plug a fundraiser stream I'm doing? Hobbit, anything you want to plug, as long as you keep it family friendly. Maybe I shouldn't even have said that. Anything you want to plug is fine by me, buddy. You don't even need to send me $2 to do it. Appreciate you asking, but plug away, my friend. I'll read whatever your next message is. Is Warlock a good counter for uncollected magic? Can probably get through it fine. I would think if you have a high ranked warlock, like if you have a 565 warlock, probably do that fight. Lower ranks, I don't know, because you're gonna take a bunch of limbo damage. So yeah, it might not be the absolute best counter, but you can probably force your way through fine enough. Especially if you jump in there with some other champions first and you know, chip away at magic or something like that, and then go in with warlock to finish it up. But probably not first choice for that quest. All right, Mickey the Irish Kangaroo sending over one of them Australian bucks. Thank you, dude. Saying, yo, BG, how's it going, man? It's been a little while, but good to see you. Right back at you, dude. When's the next Abyss stream? In the next 2 weeks, I hope, as I have some time off. Love you, BG. It's not going to be in the next 2 weeks. It'll probably be sometime in the next, like, 3 to 4 weeks. I gotta look at how much time I have left on all of the revives. I'll show you what I'm talking about, because I bring it up a bunch, but I never really show it on screen. But hang on one sec. Let me get out of this fight. Oh God, I wanted to get out of this fight by winning. You know, I thought it was faster, and I just wanted to get to this faster, so I died intentionally there. Clearly. But I'll show you what I'm talking about. I've got a lot of resources that are going to be expiring at some point, so I got to make sure to do it before these expire. Sergeant Bourne sending over a buck. Sergeant Bourne, thank you very much. I don't see any previous one from you. I do appreciate the support. Okay, let's go take a look. So in addition to all the revives, oh, free crystal. In addition to all the revives that I have saved from, you know, previous events and stuff like that. Wait, what catalysts are expiring? Are just those two? Let's sell some of this stuff. God, that feature where you could sell from the overflow. Oh, so nice. Okay. Of course, I have some revives here, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about these little single ones. I'm talking about... oh, here we go. Oh, so I have to claim those in 5 days? Okay, so it's probably going to happen sometime in the next 19 days. But I have all of these revised, 15 of these, 12 of these, and then I also have 5 here, 5 of the team revives, and 5 of the regular revives. A bunch of these Davy Jones locker things, but okay, yeah, so I'm gonna claim all that stuff for the path, but yes, this is a lot of revives, so I have to do an abyss path with all this stuff, man. I was trying to hold out for Aegon, but dude, I'm not gonna just be like, oh yeah, I'll just let 100 revives expire. No, we're gonna hop into the abyss with whatever champions I have. Because yeah, I consider these like 3 revives, figuring I can get, you know, the value of 3 out of them. So that's like 20 between these two, and not counting all the little individual ones. Then we've got like, you know, 20 plus these 15, so 35, 47 plus whatever's in my stash. I've got like over 100 revives just sitting here. All right, the damn experience sending over $1. Thank you, dude. And BG, was Scarlet Witch added to the basic? No, she was not as far as I'm aware, at least. Unless I'm really Mr. Magooing it hard and didn't realize that happened, but no. She's not been added to the basic yet, at least. Can only get her through special means. All right, Sergeant Board sent it over a couple more saying Warlock is greater than KT. What? Like if they went toe to toe? I should hope so. Warlock is a robot, so I don't know. KT might be able to take Warlock though. Second easiest one is path 2 or 3. I'll probably be doing path 5. So okay, Hobbits. Wait, actually Sergeant Bourne sent over another 2. Saying KT with no beard, thumbs down. Wow, dude, the trash talk. Coming out with the trash talk. Thank you for another 2, man. All right. Wait, Hobbit. Where are you at? Here we go. All right. My brother-in-law needs a kidney transplant. Very sorry to hear that, man. We'll be doing an Abyss fundraiser live stream on Saturday, October 3rd for him, all day. Let's give my brother the opportunity to live a healthy life. All right, dude. What time are you getting started? You say all day, and obviously the Abyss. Yeah, that's an all-day affair. But what time are you getting started? So the people know. You know what? I need to get back to the arena too. Speaking of, I still need more units. So let's get back to it. The Dayom experience sending over another $1 saying also BG, is there a glitch? Because for the arena solo events, I keep getting rank rewards and I don't do arena. It happened twice now. There might be other ways to get points for those events. I don't know how they look these days. Let's see. Since they're new, I'm gonna fight. Okay, yeah. All right, win an arena fight with. Are you dueling? Are you just going out of your mind dueling? All right, here we go. No, these are skill arena boosts too. No, it's all arena based. I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of glitch with it. It's still so new that I don't know, but it looks like just arena and duels. Have you been using that class type for whatever event that you've got ranked rewards in? Maybe it's bugged where you can just do regular fights or something like that. I don't know. Ooh, dude, I don't think I hit the help button today. No, I didn't. Let's take care of that. All right, Sergeant Bourne sent over another 2 saying, "Have a crime. I'll be there for your 10/3/20 fundraiser." Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Speaking of that, I'll kick it off around 11 or 12, and then try and slow road until 8. I hope. It'll be a long stream. We'll keep pushing if Abyss ends early. Okay. All right. Cool, man. Sergeant Bourne, thank you for all these super chats too, by the way. You just sent over another one saying BG will get Aegon with 999 revives in the stash. Yeah, man. That's the trick. You have to have 999 revives. What we can do is just go to the store. And, oh, what the hell did I hit? Oh, okay. We can go to the store and, well, I'll just buy... Can you get them out of the potion store? Yeah, I'll just get 999 this way, dude. I just gotta buy this a bunch of times. Psych. Let me click off of this before I make a mistake. Christopher Cordova said an over 2. Saying BG, I'm drunk. All right, man. Well, I hope you're drinking responsibly. Sounds like you're having a fun night, though. So that's good. I don't know why it's so funny, man, but I find that to be pretty funny. Just out of nowhere, no previous messages or anything, just coming in. Hey, BG, I'm drunk. All right. Enjoy it, dude. Kevin hitting that member button. Kevin Wong, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I thought you were a member in the past, so I don't know if this is a re-upping of the banana, or maybe I'm just misremembering. But either way, man, thank you very much for the support. Welcome. Please enjoy your banana, along with all of these kick-ass custom emojis, dude. Thank you, man. Wow, Sergeant Bourne sent over a super chat just to congratulate you. Kevin Long, congrats, new member. Thank you both. Re-up BG. All right, I thought so. It gets hard to keep track. The name I obviously remember and stuff like that, but it's always hard to keep track of some of the finer details. BG, how many PHC do you have saved up for the October update? I don't know, like 1,000 or something like that. I'm not really saving them specifically for the October update. If I need to pop them open to get some ISO, whatever. It's not really a big deal. Turning them into some Nexus crystals or whatever. It'll be nice, but it's just a little bonus. It's my ISO management resource right there, though. Fine. Hypothetical question. Let's say tomorrow you log into the... Jeez, man. The burps. I'm sorry. Let's say you log into the game tomorrow and they offer you 6-star Aegon, 20k units. What do you do? Well, I don't have 20k units, so I guess I'd have to pass. Would I be able to get to 20k units? Is the first question. Let's imagine I do get to 20k units. Would I spend them on 6-star Aegon? It's really tough, man. I actually don't know. I'd have to really think about it. Let's break down the value a little bit. Actually, hold on. There was another super chat from Sergeant Bourne before we break down the value, because I have a feeling this is going to take a little while. All right, Sergeant Bourne saying BG versus Apocalypse. Who will win? If it's in a fight, Apocalypse. If it's in a bean eating contest, or perhaps burritos filled with beans, well, then he doesn't stand a chance. I mean, come on. Easy fight. Easy stuff. Wait, Sergeant Bourne sending over another 5. Dude, all these super chats. Thank you, man. Saying 30k units, aka Mad Dog currently now has 30k units. Fun fact. Nice. Okay. But yeah, dude, thank you again. All right, let's break this down a little bit on whether I would or would not get it. So let's think about the value that he's going to bring and compare it to other ways that I could spend those units. So the first obvious thing is that it would help out in the Abyss, right? It would allow me to get through the Abyss faster if I had an Awakened Aegon, which would allow me to catch up to my alliance mates, at least a little bit, because I'm never going to actually catch up to my alliance mates until they come out with a way to get more Sig Stones without spending money. Which brings me to obtaining Sig Stones without spending money. We don't know if there's even going to be a gifting event with all the fiascos that keep happening around the gifting event and all that. Kabam might have something else up their sleeves, but I would put a very large sum of money on the fact that Kabam is going to do something for the holidays, because they're not just going to say, like, even if they say, all right, we can't do gifting event anymore, it was just, you know, it was an abusable system, they still want that money. So there's going to be something, right? And judging by past gifting event rewards, there's a chance that 6-star Sig Stones might be inside of whatever offers come in the holidays, right? If there is a greater gifting crystal or whatever the equivalent of it would be, there is a chance that it will include 6-star Sig Stones. So is that a better way to catch up to my alliance mates? Probably, depending on the odds, because yeah, it would take me a little bit longer to get through the Abyss, but I'd still get through it. And now I also have the Sig Stones from not just the Abyss, but also these events, which just the Abyss is not going to be enough. So I do need other ways to supplement that. So that alone is kind of pushing me away from if they just came out with an offer for 20k units to Awaken Aegon, I would probably decline it. Yeah, actually that alone. So I would say no, I wouldn't do it. We don't even need to continue the discussion. There was some other little details I was going to bring up, but it's not even worth it. I just wouldn't do it. Period. Aegon, he'd be lovely to get, but not 20k units lovely. All right, Sergeant Bourne sending over another 5 saying Kabam might have something up their sleeves, or Kabam Mike has something up his sleeve. Does Kabam Mike have something up his sleeve? I don't know, he might. I never, maybe he's into the magic tricks or something like that. Maybe he's got a pack of cards up there that no one knows about. I don't know. It's not his decision to do a holiday event either way, though. But thank you for another 5, dude. BG was set on taking my 5-star Cap Infinity to rank 5. I have a 6-star Cap Infinity at rank 2, but sick of waiting to dupe him. And then I got Red Guardian. Should I take 5-star Cap Infinity or Red Guardian to rank 5? Goal is Chapter 6, 100% completion. Thanks. I'm leaning towards Beardo still. It does kind of get a little tricky since you already have a 6-star version. If you didn't have the 6-star version, I would just 100% say Beardo. But I'd say probably still Beardo, man. The Awaken ability from him, it was pretty handy for a bunch of paths in Act 6. So Red Guardian, I don't think he's a bad champion, but I'm trying to imagine the overall effectiveness of him, and I don't think it's on the same level as Beardo. Could be wrong because, you know, obviously I didn't have the champion, or I mean, I still don't have the champion, but I didn't have the champion at the time going through it to be like, oh yeah, Red Guardian would be good for this, you know. But I'd probably say Beardo. When is Falcon buff coming? Just pulled him as a 6-star. I think he's not the I think he's the November update. I don't remember exactly when the order of the buffs between Punisher 2099, Gambit, and Falcon. I think it's just Punisher 2099 coming next alone, right? And then the other two coming in the same month. I think that's the way it's working. Dude, we don't even know what those buffs look like yet, and I think I'm more excited to find out who's getting buffed after these champions. Just the idea that, like, this isn't it. You know, these are just the champions getting buffed that we know about. Like, who's coming after this? Hopefully these champions are good. I don't know about you guys, but it's almost hard to imagine some of these champions actually being good. Like Falcon, for example. Yeah, I'm sure there's a way they can make Falcon good, right? There's no denying they can make any champion good. But it gets so attached to this idea of, like, this character sucks. like I can almost not wrap my head around just like controlling the character and them actually being good. But we see it all the time. I mean, Colossus was the biggest piece of trash in the game for the longest, and now the dude just obliterates content. So all right, Everett Velasquez sending over a buck. Thank you, dude. Saying, yo, BG, just did an incursion run. Got the War Crystal for Torch, but I got a Juggernaut. Oof, rip, dude. Sucks, man. Sorry to hear it. Hopefully you find yourself pulling a Torch or someone better than Juggernaut in your next crystal. Can't imagine they'll be near the level of Mags, but hoping for the best. Yeah, I mean, not every champion needs to be level of Mags either, but yeah, hopefully they've got some usefulness to them. That's really what we need, is just give them a reason to exist. Some of these champions, dude, some of these champions are just like zero purpose to them. They're just that bad. You just totally forget that they exist, and it doesn't do any harm to you. The only thing that kind of sucks about these champions getting buffed is Falcon. I mean, they're not going to be changing animations, right? And you know, it still might be totally fine just to keep pushing Falcon to a special 2 or something like that. But I imagine they're also going to give him a damage boost, which is going to affect the amount of damage his special 1 does. Or, you know, I guess they could throw that damage into, like, the bleeds. Because what I was trying to get at is, like, you know, when these champions get buffed, it makes it hard to fight against them. And something like Labyrinth of Legends, right? You got to fight a Falcon in there, and it's one of, like, the easy fights. But you still take a bunch of chip damage when you're blocking his special 1. So hopefully they kind of keep that in mind, that, all right, don't make the physical bullets from a special 1 hit too hard, so that he's still kind of on the same level to fight against. Or just find a way to do something else for him, maybe. I don't know. All right, Sergeant Bourne sending over another 5. Sergeant Bourne, thank you, dude. Saying, sorry to change subject real quick. BG, can we have everyone in chat please send positive energies to Hobbit Crom's brother-in-law? Best wishes. For sure, dude. Of course, hoping the best for him, man. Definitely. And yeah, October 3rd, if you're just tuning in, October 3rd, Hobbit's doing a little fundraiser, basically, for his brother-in-law. Over on his channel, doing an Abyss run. Should be pretty entertaining. Hobbit is an entertaining guy, so go have some fun, and if you happen to have a little extra to help a good cause, like how we have OG Black Bolt and Realm of Legends. I mean, that's true. I mean, yeah, the Labyrinth fight, that was just an example. I didn't mean Labyrinth specifically. But there's Falcons everywhere that'll get updated. The Falcon in Labyrinth probably will not get updated. Although it depends. It does the... do they just not get updated at all? Because I think there was an example... Was it like Civil Warrior or something like that? Didn't he get updated at one point and the update went through to the Labyrinth version? Or something like that? I can't remember. But usually they don't change the champions. Sergeant Board sent in over another 5. Thank you, dude. Saying KT says good Falcon is like BG becoming a whale. Shades, does this mean BG getting a buff? Wait, this means I'm getting buffed, you're saying? Well, I think it means Falcon's gonna be garbage, because let's face it, I'm never gonna be spending large amounts of money in this game, so yeah. But dude, thank you for another 5. Labyrinth doesn't get updated at all. I could have sworn there was one though. Am I wrong on that? Did because usually it's like minor, like really minor changes that might get updated. Like, for example, okay, actually here's a good example. Winter Soldier in Realm of Legends. Winter Soldier did get updated. He did not have the special animations that so it's not a universal, the champion's never going to get updated once they're locked into Realm of Legends or Labyrinth of Legends. It does change. Oh wait, Mike's saying animations get updated, abilities don't typically. Spider-Gwen, for example. Does Winter Soldier have different... I can't remember if it was just an animation update or if it actually is his abilities too. Darn, my example might be thrown out the window. Maybe it was just an animation change. I'm looking forward to the Punisher 2099 buff. I kind of like him, and his L3 is one of my favorite animations, cutscenes. Dude, I always had a big appreciation for Punisher 2099's animations. I don't remember his L3, to be honest, but I like the like pixelation of the little pixelation effect that he has. I really like. But otherwise, honestly, I'm out of all the updates, I'm most worried about Punisher 2099's for 2 reasons. 1, defensively, I hate fighting against that guy. His specials, dude, on the right node, you like, they always tend to give that guy some crazy like block penetration style node or something like that, right? They give him like aspect of evolution where, you know, the first special, okay, maybe you'll take like 5% block damage, and then the second one you'll take like 30%. So yeah, fighting against Punisher 2099, I'm slightly worried about that. The second reason I'm a little bit worried about his abilities is because he has a bunch of utility, but it doesn't really go together, in my opinion. It's not like one cohesive kit, and they might fix that. Kabam's gotten a lot better at designing these champions over time, I would say. But they might not, and they might just be like, all right, we're going to tweak some numbers, and we're going to leave his kit mostly the same kind of thing. And if they do that, I think he's still going to be a clunky champion to play. So, yeah, we'll have to see. there's probably, I don't think there's too much more time before we get some info on that, but slight concerns about both those things. All right, Dragon Dagger sending over Buck. Thank you, dude. Saying, Hollywood, how the hell are you? You're right. Gem and the Holograms was a great cartoon. Dude, I don't even know if I've ever heard of that cartoon. I'm sorry. Did you know that Lance is a pretty uncommon name these days? In medieval times, people were named Lance a lot. Boo. Boo. And to think I felt bad about never hearing about that cartoon. Boo. LOL Get Wrecked also sent it over 3. Thank you, dude. Saying they should add Hulk 2099. He is in a comic. Like literally a comic or like an entire run. I've heard of a lot of different Hulks in this, or just over the years talking about all the different types of Hulks, but Hulk 2099. Let me pull up a picture of that. We'll take a little look. Hulk 2099. Whoa, whoa! This dude is looking wild, man. Hold on, I'll show you guys a picture in just a sec. Let me grab some higher res ones. Holy good lord. All right, here we go. Look at this guy. He's crazy looking, dude. I don't even know, like, I can hardly tell that this is even Hulk. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody showed me this picture, Hulk wouldn't be the first thing that comes to mind. This is like some lizard beast type of thing. I don't even know, man. But this is Hulk 2099 right here. Crazy, dude. This Hulk, I bet, would hit a lot harder than the Hulk we have today. He just looks like he's intense. I wouldn't mind seeing it in a game, I guess. Still has better haircut than BG. Whoa, 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 whoa. Rude, for one. And 2, the bald cap look is in. BG, did you know when the Corvus Glaive rework is going to come out? He was my first 6-star, but I don't want to level him up. Yeah, there's going to be a Corvus rework January 1st. They're actually going to remove his glaive charges. They're going to give him a 5% attack increase, but he's no longer going to have glaive charges. All right, let's get back to the grind. Actually, it's starting to get a little bit late. Let's just go spin out a few crystals. To be fair, if they did add a new Hulk, it would be World Breaker Hulk. And we've looked him up in the past, but I don't remember what he looks like. I'll let me go find a picture of that guy. Hold on, before we spin this out. World Breaker Hulk. All right, World Breaker Hulk actually looks really cool. I would much rather see this version, to be honest. Much more identifiable to Hulk. And although that other monster looked pretty cool, I rather have this version. I'll show you guys in just a sec what I'm talking about. This is the type of Hulk that I could get behind. All right, hold on. Grabbing a whole bunch of pictures. Did I already grab this one? Might have grabbed the same picture twice. I've got a whole bunch to look at. Okay. All right, so this is World Breaker Hulk. Definitely has more of that Hulk aesthetic to him, where I could look at this guy and say, yeah, that's Hulk. This is just like a roided out version of Hulk. He's going Super Saiyan in this picture, even though he's going Super Saiyan, but this is like the weakest looking out of all these pictures that I've seen. Yeah, dude, he's got like some armor and stuff like that. This is like the M-Rock version of Hulk, the armor. He's got an axe and a sword, looking pretty sweet. And then the best picture for last. This is the first picture I saw, and yeah, I don't want him to look like this. I think this is a pretty sweet picture. Okay, Kevin sent over 10. Kevin, dude, thank you so much. Saying, do you think a double champion would be feasible? Like Dr. Banner champion, then when you L3, you change to the Hulk and vice versa. Yeah, I think that'd be feasible. I don't know if that would be a good example of one, though. Like, because Dr. Banner, he's not, when he fights, he's just the Hulk, right? He's just like a weak human when he's not, I think, to my understanding, at least, to my limited comic understanding. Let's spin out this crystal. So I think we'd have to find a different example. I remember when Sentry came out, when Void and Sentry came out, people were saying like that would be a good one to deal with, but we got two champions instead. I don't know that many Marvel characters. Like, I'm trying to imagine another example, but I think it'd be doable. Would they do that though, or would they just put that as like a pre-fight? Now that there's pre-fight in the game, like I wonder how Kabam would introduce Sentry and Void today. Maybe they literally would just have a pre-fight toggle for which one which mode you'd be, or something like that. I wonder if they would still keep the two characters separate. You know, that'd be a really good question actually to ask. I'm sure I'm gonna forget it by the next time. Could actually like this is the type of question that I'd love to ask at Comic-Con. But unfortunately no Comic-Con this year, so maybe I'll find a way to ask them that question. Dual character in one. But I think it's doable. It'd be interesting to see how they'd go about it, or if it'd even be good. Because I imagine they would probably want to have different abilities, right? And you usually don't need a ton of different types of abilities within the same fight. So you probably would want to be using like one or the other kind of thing. But I think it is doable. All right, but dude, thank you very much for the 10. LOL, get wrecked, sending over 3 saying he would be way too OP. You think that, but we have plenty of powerful champions in this game that are not OP. So they could add the craziest characters, and hey, these are the Battle Realm versions or something. I don't know, whatever they want to say. And they'll just be just another character. All right, mascot issue set it over 3. Thank you, dude. Saying Weapon H Hulk. Weapon H Hulk. That sounds kind of familiar too. I think Worldbreaker Hulk is too close to Gladiator. Oh, that's kind of fair. So he probably won't be added. Gabe's excuse for not adding MCU Thanos was because he was already in the game. Mind you, I like Gabe. Yeah. That's fair though. Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, hold on. Mascot issues. Let me pull up a picture. Weapon H Hulk real quick. I'm curious now that we're looking at Hulks. Weapon H Hulk. Ooh. This guy looks interesting. I don't know how I feel about this first picture that I grabbed. I'll show you guys in a sec. All right. Hulk Vereen. Is that what this guy's deal is? Okay. All right, let's see. So the first picture I'm going to show, this is like a very cartoonized version. Cartoon version of a cartoon, you know what I mean? But okay. Let's go to the next. This is the guy we're talking about, right? It's like Hulk with Wolverine claws and some spikes around him and stuff. This is probably the picture I should have started with. The spikes around his like body and stuff. I feel like that's something they added just because they wanted some other way of differentiating the Hulks. I don't know if it necessarily looks that cool. Maybe in game they would find a way to make it look cooler or something like that. Or maybe there's a purpose for it. Does he ever like kind of shoot that out of his body or something? What's the deal with that? He does look pretty crazy though, man. Yeah, I think they look better when they're shorter like this actually. So this picture looks pretty freaking cool. His face, this is the face of constipation, but other than that, he looks really cool. All right, yeah, that's it. All right, Bavaria sending over a buck. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Where's your last? Scene from Avenger Infinity War when his armor comes out of him. Oh, Tony Stark / Iron Man. I don't remember that scene exactly. I'm trying to imagine it. Yeah, I don't remember that scene exactly. I don't know though. I feel like I'd rather just play him just as Iron Man. Like there's I feel like certain things in this game, they have to really make sense if Kabam's gonna do it. They can't just like, this kind of makes sense, because then it feels like you're doing it just because. And yeah, I don't know. Feels like a little cheesy if they wanted to do something like that, maybe. Or maybe this isn't just isn't the type of game for it, you know? If this was like an open world type of game where you're not meant to always be Iron Man, you know what I mean? But you have like some abilities as Tony Stark. I think it makes sense for that type of game. But when you're going into a fight, I feel like you just want to be Iron Man, you know? And if they started, yeah, I would only want Kabam to do it if it really made sense. LOL Get Wrecked sent it over too, saying got another 2099 character, Spider-Man 2099. Yeah, dude, we've looked at him in the past before. I don't want to pull up too many characters. I'm gonna grab a couple of images real quick, but he's come up before because I think. Wait, was he in the... Which one was this? One night we looked up a whole bunch of Spidey characters. Oh, this is different than what I remember. I'll just pull up one real quick. He looks like this. He does look pretty badass here, man, I gotta say. I like this look. It's definitely not the standard look for a Spider-Man that you'd see in like a regular movie, and I wouldn't want it to be. But, wait, was he in the Spider-Verse? Or maybe he's going to be in the next Spider-Verse movie? I don't know. I can't remember. But either way, he looks pretty sweet. I dig the design. I think it's cool. Thank you for another 2. Sammy Raymond said another 5 of them Australian bucks, saying, hey BG, just got a 6-star Storm Pyramid X Is she a good champ? Worth ranking up for anything? She's got new synergy. I believe that I haven't actually tested yet myself. Aside from the possibility of that new synergy making her powerful, I'd say probably not worth ranking up too highly. If I got her, I think I'd rank her up for fun, because I think I would have a lot of fun using her in the incursions or something like that. But I don't think she has much use in this game. The mutant class is already very stacked, so it's hard to justify ranking up Storm Pyramid X over one of these other more powerful mutants. She's not that bad of a champion either. Like, I think she's a good champion to get like early on into the game or something, or not a terrible champion, at least, to get early on into the game. Outside of that, though, yeah, again, maybe it's different with the synergy. There might be some videos out there. There's probably some videos out there with Apocalypse and Storm Pyramid X, but I actually didn't take a look at that, so I don't know. Her ability to be able to parry stun opponents that shrug off stuns, it's really cool, and could be helpful to like on your way to Uncollected or something like that. That might be like the biggest use for her, if I had to come up with one, you know. Hey BG, I just finished season 2 of Cobra Kai, and man, I'm low-key sad. I hear you, dude. Sad for two reasons, right? Sad for potentially some things that may have happened, which I'm not going to spoil. And sad just because there's no more episodes to watch, right? But season 3 probably coming real soon, so. All right. LOL, get wrecked sending over another 5 saying how he looks is just awesome. Yeah, I agree, dude. So, all right, let me go. I still have the picture up, so I'm going to go back to it. So, I sometimes think that, you know, these looks can be a little like over the top, stylized in a certain way, because they have to really change it up. Otherwise, I mean, why even bother? You just have the same old Spider-Man kind of thing, right? So I feel like you do need to make like a pretty big change to justify even having like a different look for a character, you know, to differentiate it. You want people to be able to tell at a glance, oh, this is Spider-Man, but it's something different. And I think it's easy to go like too over the top with the changes. Things like the spikes gets a little risky. Like I was just saying for the Hulk, I was like, not really feeling it for Hulk. But here I don't think they went too far. I feel like it fits and it's fine. And just overall, I think he looks cool. His head's a bit shiny, but I mean, so is mine, so that's fine. All right, on that note, speaking of shiny heads, it's getting to be pretty late here, guys. So I think we're gonna need to call it a night. But thank you very much for hanging out, everybody. It was a fun stream as always. Shout out to Sergeant Bourne for being tonight's biggest D, and thank you to everyone else, man. There was a bunch of other super chats and all that, so definitely appreciate it, guys. LOL, get wrecked sent it over another 2, the last 2 of the night, saying this is my last donation, unfortunately. Dude, I mean, you've sent over more than enough. So thank you very much for all that you have sent over. Really appreciate it, man. That's the hot toy of Spidey 2099. Oh, does he look a lot different in the comic? Oh, crap. Hold on. Let me pull up a comic cover of him real quick here. I'll pull up a couple of pictures. Okay. So we have this, which is pretty similar. Not quite as shiny as the toy. I guess that's why it was so shiny. Maybe that's why you were saying that's the toy version, because he was so shiny. But yeah, I still think he looks really cool here. This might just be a terrible picture. You can see somebody tried to crop him out of something. So I don't want to judge this one too hard, but I'm not a fan of like the colors even for it. So yeah. The webbing and stuff looks a little weird. This is like too futuristic. Or is this a different character? Is this Spidey back here and this is someone else or something? I don't even know. Fighting crime before his time. Spider-Man 2099. The different styles, man. Some of them are really cool. Some of them are... It's all subjective, right? Okay. Anyway, on that note, yeah, for real. It's quite late, so it's time to call it a night here, guys. I will be back normal time tomorrow. 0% chance of a day stream because I gotta pick Laura up from the airport tomorrow, actually. So yeah. But yeah, I will see you guys in the nighttime. Okay. Good night, everybody. Hope you all have some sweet dreams. This is sounding creepier the longer I extend this goodbye. Maybe we should just make it extra creepy.